This is In the Know for Monday, June 8th, the 159th day of 2026. There are 206 days left in the year. Good morning, MB, guiding you through In the Know at K105 on Litchfield's Country Station 1039 The Moose, live online at K105.com, via the Apple and Android smartphone app using the SoundCloud, iTunes, or Spotify podcast, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the platform formerly known as Twitter, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we'll update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. Losing an icon over the weekend, we'll tell you about that. And we'll also have a chance for you to win later on in the show today with a newer contest that we're trying, and look back on a busy weekend. So we'll talk about that and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Paige. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm tired.
Look at us, staying out until 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, 2 weekends in a row.
Listen, I feel like I have socialized and for like quite some time.
We
I
had
don't know.
we had baby shower yesterday
Yes,
that you went to,
yes.
and then socializing,
I
and
just-
so
yeah. Mhm.
we'll circle back to our event
Yeah.
from Saturday evening. Later on in the show, it was a big night. Saw some really good-looking people. I'll tell you about that. He is a 5-time winner of the coveted Ohio Newshawk Award. He's the 2-time Silver Sound nominee, covering every corner of the globe: London, Budapest, Rio, Tokyo, and even Litchfield. He's Sam Gormley, and the sports. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Ralph.
How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. How about you?
Well, I'm starting to think there's a chance your field trip tomorrow may have to be pushed to later in the week or something. You thinking that?
To be honest with you, I had not even looked at it.
Yeah, it's we're going to get a lot of rain today, I think. And then, I don't know, if it's not sunny, there's no sense. I know you need to work on your tan at Litchfield Aquatic Center.
I
So.
definitely do not need to do that. I
We'll
was burnt
just-
from the Reds game last weekend. Still.
Oh, okay. Still recovering from that. I'm excited, and I think you're excited about the beginning of the World Cup. It begins officially for the United States on Friday. I think they play Paraguay on Friday, and some people will be hosting, watch parties with the World Cup. I didn't realize that the game day tradition for soccer is chips and salsa. And like that's the universal food that is associated with tailgating or game day watching for soccer matches. Did you know that?
I don't think that I've never heard that before.
That's what's funny is that in many countries, chips and salsa are considered the go-to snack for soccer fans, much like hot dogs are for baseball fans. So maybe we've just not embraced the soccer culture fully like they do around the world. I mentioned the rain and may delay Sam's plans to go out to LAC tomorrow. Rounds of heavy rain are going to start the week. Some of those could be today. There is a flood watch in place through tomorrow night, but it's going to be regional and spotty. You never just quite know where the biggest downpours are going to come. So we'll see some downpours this afternoon, and then we'll stay unsettled with daily rain chances this week because of that humidity is very high. We have some rain showers regionally at this hour. We'll see rain chances drop Wednesday into Thursday, but heat will build across the region, get back into the 90s. Thunderstorms today and a high of 83. Scattered thunderstorms, a low of 72 for tonight. Tomorrow, thunderstorms at a high of 83 for your Tuesday as well. We learned of a situation, I guess, I learned it on Thursday that Judge Kenneth Goff had been in, I believe, ICU, and felt like that he was reaching the end of his line from an earthly standpoint. And days like today are never fun to have to share news. And while we are saddened at the loss of a titan, an icon, all the superlatives that you might imagine, you also have to be celebratory about him earning his final homegoing and his welcome home to his eternal life. Judge Kenneth H. Goff I died on Saturday night, his earthly life. We were passing his home on Saturday evening, and I noticed some traffic that was on the move at that hour that kind of led me to believe that likely something was happening. He was living his 100th year. He would have celebrated his 100th birthday on November 1st. He was from far western Grayson County, and so obviously a connection for those of us in the Caneyville community, but graduated from Caneyville High School in 1943. I believe he was at the most recent Caneyville High School reunion. I'm pretty sure. I think Judge Harold Goff has been, and all the children have been very good about getting him to these events recently. He went to WKU and then the UK College of Law, which is now the Rosenberg. He graduated there in 1951. For over 70 years, he had a huge influence locally on multiple industries. He was key in bringing and helping the hospital get off the ground here in Grayson County War Memorial and then on into Twin Lakes Regional and all the iterations of it. He was a circuit court judge. He was serving the 46th district. That was Grayson, Breckenridge, Meade. Served as county attorney, Commonwealth's attorney. But, he spearheaded the Memorial Day Parade. It's something that he felt very strongly about. And the ladies like Elsa and those that understood his passion and his desire to make sure that those who gave the last full measure of devotion to our country were not overlooked. And so that will continue. You had current leaders like Brett Guthrie who were seeking his counsel as little as 2 years ago and just kind of trying to figure out how to act, how to lead, how to represent. He was notorious for, he was legendary in the sense that it was often told that Judge Goff could drive to Frankfurt and come home with a water tower in the trunk. He was key in being able to secure funding for projects. Our industrial park in the northern portion of our city bears his name, Judge Kenneth H. Goff Drive. So there are not enough words in the English language to appropriately describe the influence and impact and how sad a spring and summer it has been in losing two titans and two icons in our community. But we celebrate them as well. Judge Goff had a tremendous sense of humor. If you have ever met his son Tom, you would see that sense of humor come shining through. Tom carries that. I guess for me personally, I will have an undying sense of gratitude to him for a couple of reasons. One, he owned WKHG. He had been a partner in WMTL FM, and then he became the president of Rough River Broadcasting, and they owned 100% of WMTL AM, and then what turned into WKHG FM, and is still today. Because of his business operation, he gave me, as a high school student, an opportunity to have a part-time job, which led me to the career that I chose for the rest of my life. But more importantly, in 1994, he had enough faith in my family, and most particularly in my dad, that we would be good stewards of the public airwaves representing our community for the years coming forward. And now we've done that for over 3 decades. They don't hand out broadcasting licenses to just anyone that asks for one, and there's regulatory scrutiny, and you have to adhere to certain standards. And so the fact that he was willing to give me an opportunity to become a community leader and sustain service to our community in his wake will forever mean a great deal to me, because he could have called someone else. He could have reached out and said, would someone else be interested? But it wasn't someone else. It was us, and it was me. And so I will be extremely grateful. We will have the funeral arrangements when they are released. They've not yet been released, but I would imagine those details have already been or are being assembled. You don't live into your 100th year without having a plan. And so we want to support and pray for all of his children, all of his grandchildren, all of his great-grandchildren, Judge Kenneth Harold Goff II, Tom, as I mentioned, John, Laura, and Tracy, and their families, and the community broadly. He was a friend to so many. So we will keep you up to date as we get more details on losing the icon in Judge Kenneth H. Goff. A Grayson County man was airlifted after a motorcycle crash between Caneyville and Falls of Rough. Deputy Caleb Fisher, the Caneyville Fire and Grayson County EMS responded to the accident Friday afternoon. at 420 in the 5100 block of Hopewell Road near the intersection of 79. First responders found a westbound motorcycle being driven by a 58-year-old Grayson County man was unable to stop as he topped a hill and encountered a truck that was pulling a trailer containing several round hay bales. The truck and trailer were pulling out of a driveway traveling east. The motorcycle crashed into the trailer as the trailer had yet to clear the westbound lane. The motorcycle left nearly 100 feet of brake marks and attempting to stop. The cyclist was tossed 10 to 15 feet off the bike into a grassy area, was transported by EMS to a landing zone at Caneyville Elementary School, where he was airlifted to a Louisville hospital and treated. Police are asking for the public's help in identifying a burglary suspect. The Grayson County Sheriff's Office said deputies are investigating a burglary at a residence on Grayson Springs Road that occurred Friday night about 8:45. No other information was released, but the information, you can see a picture first on your screen if you're watching, or at K105.com. If you have any information, the Sheriff's Office would love to have it. 270-259-3024 would be the number you would call. A story today that began this time last week, but kind of played out through the rest of the week. A Litchfield man has been arrested after stealing a van in Central City where he was stranded because he, quote, didn't know what else to do. It began Monday morning. 27-year-old Paul Hack said someone was supposed to give him a ride from an Elizabethtown treatment facility to another treatment facility in Elizabethtown, but wound up in Central City, according to the citation. And there seems to be some ambiguity and uncertainty on all parties on exactly how and who relocated him to Central City. But once there, he exited vehicle at a gas station, stole an EV van, drove into Edmonson County, but got picked up by the flock camera in Litchfield. And then they were able to follow him down around just north of Mammoth Cave on Trailwood Drive, and then led him to another area where he was finally and then lodged. Both Edmonson County and Grayson County were collaborating, working that together, trying to get that resolved. You know, we've had a very unique spring from a rain situation, which then leads to an economic impact on our community because of a lack of water and limited use of our lakes, which so many people enjoy this time of year. I have seen now we have maybe more water. I think we're still a couple of feet to summer pools, what I saw Carla post last week. So we're getting there. So the lakes are becoming more usable, and we're going to get some contributions to that lake level over the next couple of days, maybe even a couple of inches of rain, which will really help matters. But almost at the same time, where you're not able to use the lakes as much, gasoline prices are so high so that a lot of people will just choose to sit still. And I've seen over the years when we use the lake that when you would see gas prices get very high, you would see a lot of sitting still. People would still use the lake, but they would just go tie up somewhere, and that's where they would spend the rest of the afternoon. So it is interesting to see how the influence that has on gas prices have influence on tourism. Tourism has influences on restaurants, gas sales, all those things. So it'd be interesting to see how the story is told for our local economy as we get deeper into this year. Right on the precipice of celebrating America's 250th birthday, we will celebrate the Army's 251st birthday on Friday. And if you're interested in helping the Army celebrate, there is a 5K that officials at, say, all Fort Knox families and civilian personnel are welcome to participate, as soldiers from around the post will be forming up in front of the reviewing stand at the parade field and running in unit formations along a prescribed route after the Reveille bugle call. Then the Lieutenant General Johnny Davis, Commanding General of the U.S. Recruiting Command, will provide remarks at 6:30 a.m. 2 routes have been designated for those who want to participate, one for runners, one for walkers. So it'll be a good way of kind of meshing, as a civilian, you can participate in that. And firefighters will be there providing misting along the route, et cetera. So you can find information about that online if you would like to participate. Game 2 of the NBA Finals was on Friday night, and the New York Knickerbockers yet stole another one on San Antonio turf. They defeated the Spurs 105-104 to take a 2-0 lead heading back to MSG tonight, where that game will be held in New York City. All they need to do is win 2 of the next 3, and they will be the NBA champions for the first time.
2 of the next 5, I guess.
I guess 2 of the next 5, yeah. I guess they probably don't want to go back to San Antonio. They would, and if they can win 2 out of the next 3, they won't have
Well,
to.
I'm pretty sure 5 is in San Antonio. Game 5 is in San Antonio. They go 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
they
almost positive that's the
did
case.
2. All right, interesting.
So they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and
Okay.
rotate them back through the last 3.
All right, very good. Again, had no idea or forgot. Sam and I, you and I did the show all day on Friday. Didn't make a single mention of the Belmont Stakes because, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. But
I had no
now,
idea what's happening.
all we can do is think, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, what might have happened, because Golden Tempo won the Belmont Stakes after sitting out the Preakness. So wins the two of the jewels of the horse racing's Triple Crown. I trust they know more about horses and the horse industry than I do. But as a Kentuckian who likes the vitality of horse racing to continue, the Triple Crown needs to be a thing. But a lot of people opting to not make it a thing. Denny Hamlin dedicated his NASCAR victory at Michigan to Kyle Busch after tying him on the career win list. Still mourning the loss of Kyle Busch. He dedicated that to him, and then Ned Jarrett passed away. He was an icon in the NASCAR community last week. They will go to Pocono this coming weekend for the races of the Pocono, New York. And then J.T. Poston he blew a 4-shot lead, but ended up winning in a playoff at the Memorial. And one of the biggest rewards that you get by winning the Memorial, get to walk off the 18th green, and there stands Jack Nicklaus, the Bear. And you get a handshake from him. So JT Poston gets that one. We're going to get to a break. We're going to come back. We're going to kind of recap an event from Friday that Miss Buckles was involved in. And then we're going to tell you about our Saturday night and all that excitement. Coming up, you're on In the Know.
For the second year in a row, Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center is one of America's top 100 rural hospitals. But in Grayson County, that's not really a surprise. Because in small towns, we share everything. The hospital where we were born, where we bring our families, just keeps proving what we already knew. Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center, top 100 care. Hometown heart.
Feeling run down and tired? Life's stress can take a toll on your immunity, leaving you prone to illness. But there's a solution. At Pure Aesthetics and Wellness on West White Oak Street, we offer IV infusion therapy. It's a great way to boost your immunity and restore your energy levels. Don't let life's demands wear you out. Take a minute to rejuvenate with us. Visit our page on Facebook for more details or to schedule therapy. At Pure Aesthetics and Wellness, we help you feel your best.
Looking for a place to connect and make a difference? At the Moose Lodge, you'll be stepping into a place where children find hope and seniors find care. Experience the fun of gaming and drinks while socializing with other members in our licensed lounge. We are inviting qualified guests to visit and consider membership. Be part of something meaningful. The Grayson County Moose Lodge is at 289 Alex Drive in Falls of Rough, where community meets connection. Stop by or follow us on Facebook for more information.
You know, I heard that some people think a staycation is adventurous.
Staycation? That's just a fancy word for staying home.
Exactly. Why not set sail with your global getaway?
You mean like a cruise?
Yes. With Royal Caribbean, you can have weddings, honeymoons, even vow renewals at sea.
And no seasickness from staying on the couch.
Your global getaway. Adventure awaits on every wave. Connect on socials at Your Global Getaway or yourglobalgetaway.com and start planning today.
Thinking about furthering your education? At Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, you'll get a high-quality education, close to home, at a cost that won't break the bank. Enjoy small class sizes with professors who take a personal interest in your success. Scholarships are still available, making our low tuition even more affordable. ECTC's Litchfield campus is now registering for classes that begin August 17th. Call 270-259-1540 or visit elizabethtown.kctcs.edu to get started. ECTC, college for the real world.
Cool off this summer at Litchfield Aquatic Center, featuring 2 3-story slides, or grab a tube and take a trip down the lazy river. There are separate tot and toddler pools with lots of great water features like fountains and slides. Plus, there's even a lap lane. LAC is great for groups or individuals, and pavilion and facility rentals are available. Get a day or season pass for yourself or your family today at the Litchfield Aquatic Center on East Carroll Gibson Boulevard in Litchfield.
Amazon is unveiling a new AI robot that obeys verbal commands. Monica Hutchinson explains.
The global giant revealed its new mobile robot at an Amazon fulfillment center near London and said the next generation Proteus can respond to conversational prompts. The vice president of Amazon Robotics says you tell it what needs to be done and it figures out the priority, the route, and the timing. The new Proteus will be rolling through Amazon fulfillment centers across Europe starting early next year. The current Proteus models are being used in 25 U.S. warehouses where it operates only in the docking areas.
Meta says hackers use the Meta AI support chatbot to infiltrate Instagram accounts. The hackers are getting the chatbot to change the passwords to some major accounts. The company claims the problem has been fixed, but some users say the hack is still happening. And Uber says they're putting 500 vehicles on the road with a plan to collect data. They'll use specialized cars to scoop up real-time driving data to share with partners like Waymo. Check Report, I'm Mark Mayfield.
Younger than the sun, and the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic.
Today is Best Friends Day, and it is Jelly-Filled Donut Day. Buy your best friend a jelly-filled donut, and you'll have everything checked off the list for today. I said at the top of the show, Miss Buckles and I had managed to stay out until the wee hours of the morning, 10 p.m., 2 weeks in a row. I mean, I didn't know people were allowed out that late. 2 weeks in a row. I told Charlotte and Karen yesterday that we ended up at Event Envy events 2 weekends in a row. I saw some type of pattern forming. And they thought maybe they might develop some type of frequent flyers club on our behalf, so we could develop some loyalty.
Okay.
Back, I guess it was in January, we were getting some treatment at Pure. We were getting some immunity boosts, right?
Correct.
And Amy mentioned to us, she handed us a ticket to an event that they were trying to coordinate that came to fruition on Saturday night. It was an emergency services gala. So it was honors. People were receiving awards for heroism, service, just in general. People, the people that are running into dangerous situations when the rest of us are running away from them, including ER, ambulance, all those, fire, police, the people that we need to keep law and order going. So we were honored to participate because I hold those people in such high regard. So it was a pleasure to go, but as I was getting, like, oh, it's a gala. So, and if I have to host this thing, I guess I have to look the part. And so I remembered back during the GCHS prom, was it Golden Gala? Was that the Great Gatsby
something
theme?
like that. Something like that, yeah.
And so I thought, oh, if they can make those two bald-headed guys look good, that's who I need. So when that turns out that was on the Go Tuxedo, it was Amy Cave. And so, known Amy forever. She shared a funny story with you on Friday that I once mistook her for my mother. Not that they're similar ages, but they do have similar complexions and had similar hair colors at the time. So, but anyway, I digress. So I reached out and I said, here's what we've got going on and I need your help. And she said, I'd be thrilled to do it. And so we met. And it was so neat. I walked in. Sam, you've been there recently. I walked in, and she already immediately had an idea of what she thought this would look good. Like this is where we're going. And I don't know how she knows this, but she thought navy is Mark's color. And
Not bright pink?
Not bright pink, believe it or not. We reserve those for someone else.
All
like
white?
The Deckers. Yeah, we'll let them do the Dumb and Dumber colors. I want something that's like a little more GQ, if you will. So she had this navy with this, really neat lapels on it because I was under the impression that Miss Buckles was wearing purple. Because, purple is a thing for her these days, and apparently will be going forward. And so, but as I was talking, I thought, well, let me check, because I think she said something else. And so you wore this outfit that's on the screen. You wore it on our cruise, our most recent cruise, and you said that's what you wanted to wear to the gala.
Yes.
So I pulled it up on my phone and I showed it to Amy, and she immediately pivoted into this, what I'm wearing in the photograph, which is a very classic look.
Yes.
And she threw about 8 pocket squares at us to say, I don't know which of these will perfectly go with the trousers, we're going to call those, that you're wearing, pantaloons.
I don't know. Sequined ensemble?
The sequined ensemble.
I don't
ensemble
know.
that you're wearing. So we thought the move was the double pocket square to pull both colors out of those. But I thought we looked super.
I think we look nice.
And can I tell you that I have had tuxedos before that were rentals that felt like rentals. This did not feel like a rental at all.
Good.
It felt like felt like something that I would have in my closet.
Nice.
And so super easy. She made the order. It was like perfect. I went, tried it on, got the fitting done. She even pressed it out, steamed it extra for me. And so anyway, the thing that I really like about the convenience of that, it's the way it was for me, she works by appointment. So when you need her, she works around your schedule. You all get together. You don't have to sit there and wait while there are people in front of you, et cetera, et cetera. So it's an on-the-go tuxedo, and if you need Amy, just reach out to her. She does fabulous work.
And even does some acting chops too,
She does. I don't know that she actually got film credit for that, but she did. She does play a significant role in the opening sequence to the Grayson County High School prom of 2026.
If you haven't seen it yet, you should go watch it.
Yeah, it's good. It's
even if you're don't have any interest in the prom itself, the Deckers are funny.
It kind of has the Office feel to it. It's kind of that breaking that fourth wall type of documentary type of style, single camera deal. So the gala was wonderful. I had the honor of presenting Buck Meredith his award, and because of our personal connection, it gave me a good honor to do that. Fire Chief Tim Duvall, I had the privilege of doing that one as well.
That one was so awesome.
Yeah, and then the RN from was Stacy. Sorry, I left my notes upstairs. I'll find out later and mention it to you. And then there were some others. Keith Harrell from LPD was supposed to be honored, but I think Alicia had a death in the family in the last couple of days, and so they were unable to attend. But it was a nice event. That's a nice facility out there. And we lived in that neighborhood until, I guess, 3 years ago, but hadn't been to that facility.
Has it been 3 years?
It seems like it's
3 or 4.
We've had 3 Christmases here, so it's kind of like
okay. There we go.
In that range.
I was at that facility a couple of weeks ago for the boys basketball. That's where their banquet was.
Oh yeah.
And
so,
it is very nice.
Got to meet the new proprietors there, so it was nice, and it was a whole group of community businesses that came together to drive that, and so it was a nice grouping of those, and we were honored to be part of them. Speaking of that facility, you were out there on Friday, so back-to-back days you were out at the facility.
It was nice
at Lantern Lake, and lots of strong women on Friday morning.
We joked in the line to get breakfast. Looking around, it's like, did Grayson County shut down?
Probably.
Because all the women are here, right? I mean, all the women are here. So yeah, it was great. We had 2 great speakers, and then Misty, she was the panel moderator for Samara and a couple other ladies. So it was nice. It was nice. It was nice little grab bags.
I have a
food
feeling
was good.
I have a feeling that's not the only time that's going to happen.
No.
Would be my guess.
No, it was a sold out event. And yes, that was talked about several times, is that this will not be the last. So
We got to spend time with Brady on Friday, and his parents, and then Josie and Anna were over yesterday. We got to spend time, so Grana got to
I got my baby back.
double dose of grandkids snuggling. And
Have Brady and Josie had much interaction?
No.
they're not texting yet.
They're not texting yet.
Texting one another or
FaceTime?
inboxing or anything.
Not yet.
No. Just
Have they
maybe
met?
Maybe this week.
They have not actually.
There's a good chance this week.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's,
Because I'll be intrigued how Brady does with that, since he obviously is going to have to get used to it.
He is going to have to get used to it, and I'm sorry, but he loves his granddad. Okay, he does. He loves Mark so much, but let me tell you, when things go wrong, when he is Grandma's boy. I don't care who's around. It doesn't matter. It's going to be he's in Grandma's lap. So I'll be anxious to see how he handles me having Josie, because that'll be an indication of when his mom has a little.
He's no longer the center of attention, kind of thing. Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
We did ask him on Friday, are you going to have a baby sister? And I did notice it was almost as if his tone was known, because he said, yes.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't yes. It was like, yes. I'm resigned to the fact that I'm having it. It is fun to watch our daughters try and figure out these things that we had to figure out without a manual. And, you know, they're a little bit older than we were. In trying to figure these out, so hopefully they've accumulated a little more experience and wisdom on some of these things. But it is fun to watch them parent, and you see the things they do, and you don't really notice that it's a thing. But then you read a story and you go, this is what they're doing. Gentle TV. There's a new trend among parenting called gentle TV. Now, when I was a kid, it was Looney Tunes. It was running into a wall in the Grand Canyon. It was running off of a cliff. It was Tom and Jerry,
Blowing
frenetic,
somebody up.
fast-paced. Yeah,
Hitting somebody with a skillet.
That's all it was. It was just physical comedy. It was car crashes and
Slapstick.
just slaps 100%, but not now. And I did not realize that some of these things that we've been seeing, like Trash Truck, are part of this gentle TV trend, and it's not just good for kids, right? The adults get calmed by it too. So whether it's Coco Melon or
I don't think
Coco Melon is a step toward it. So you see, it's from and even Paw Patrol is active, but it's not
Bluey.
Bluey is a little bit in that direction.
Our one of the daughters is doing a much more gentle approach than those.
Yes.
So.
Well, the Trash Truck, and it's so fun to hear Brady say, Trash Truck, Trash Truck. Little Bear.
That's, yes.
Puffin Rock, Tumbleleaf, Franklin.
Oh, I love Franklin.
Oh, Franklin, that's my age group.
That's great, right?
Stillwater,
I didn't
Bluey
realize Franklin was still a thing.
is on the list for a little older kids. The Babysitters Club is out there. But then Brady was watching a show that he just got introduced last week. It was about dinosaurs. Do you remember the name of it?
It's been around. Yes. Caden used to watch it.
Yes, I remember you mentioning that.
But
I can't remember the name. It is
Dinosaur Train?
No.
I don't think there was a train
Dino.
involved.
It's just Dino. There's more to the title of the show, but it's not dinosaur. It's Dino Bomb.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But it's so I was like, oh, okay. So this is a deliberate thing we're trying to do, is to calm everyone down.
Well, and
from
I
our
have,
frenetic paces.
if anyone's interested, you can hit me up. I actually have a Christian list. So if you want to lean toward the Christian shows, I have an age-appropriate list of those that I'd be happy to send you.
Just send her a message.
Yep.
Got to get to a break. We'll come back. Not water cooler, but Holiday World tickets up for grabs. And we'll tell you how we're going to give those away coming up here on In the Know.
By day, we're teachers,
nurses,
engineers,
managers,
We come from different backgrounds with different skills and busy lives.
But when a child needs someone in their corner, we show up the same way.
Because while we serve many roles, we share one mission.
To be the voice for the voiceless and build hope for children across our region.
That's the role of a CASA volunteer.
Right now, there's a child in your community who needs someone in their corner. We're looking for people like you to step up and be their voice. You don't need a legal background or a background in social services to be a CASA volunteer. You just need the willingness to show up for a child. You can learn more about how to become a CASA volunteer at casaheartland.org/volunteer.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes, then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-961-1527. That's 800-961-1527. 800-961-1527.
K105, Weather from the Wave Storm Tracking Team, is brought to you by Your Global Getaway. Start planning your adventure now at yourglobalgetaway.com.
Twin Lakes weather.
A flood watch is in place from this afternoon through tomorrow evening as rain comes back into our forecast. We'll see those scattered showers and thunderstorms for this afternoon, into tonight, into most of your Tuesday, and some of those showers may even linger into the early portions of Wednesday. From the Wave News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
All summer. This is the 105 Days of Summer. It's going to be the hottest summer yet. Brought to you by Midway Pharmacy.
Summer!
On the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Did you know the first Ford cars had Dodge engines? The first Ford cars had Dodge engines. Here's a special selfish did you know from Miss Buckles. Did you know when we went to see Jimmy Buffett in 2010, the first time I'd ever heard him perform this song?
Okay.
The first time I'd ever heard him perform the song live.
Oh, okay.
Southern Cross. I remember very vividly. I was like, I didn't know that they did this song. So that was good. Are you glad you got to see Jimmy before he went on in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
It's a
I
good,
like it when those photos come up.
yeah, it's a good time. Here, so on Friday, we did something unique with the ticket giveaway.
Okay.
So, we've done the water cooler question for a long time, and then we're trying to do some clever Sam played rock, paper, scissors. and
Right.
I did guess the number last week. Well, on Friday we did 2 truths and a lie.
I like that.
You have
Okay.
to spot the lie, and you're going to text which one you think the lie is to 270-259-6000. Of all the people that spot it, then all they have to do is see what they go into a drawing, and one of them gets to be the lucky winner. Okay, so
Okay.
weird state laws. We talked about Kentucky icons on Friday. Today, weird state laws and history for here in the Commonwealth. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, option 1. Kentucky law legally requires its citizens to take a bath at least once a year.
Should be.
Okay.
We'll call that one bath.
All right.
So if you think that's the lie, send the word bath. Option 2. Fort Knox once safely stored the original U.S. Declaration of Independence during World War II. So call that Fort Knox. If you think that's the lie, Fort Knox. Option 3. The official state drink of Kentucky is bourbon, which was codified into state law in 1980. So if you think that's the lie, send bourbon. So got to take a bath once a year? We'll say bath. Fort Knox, if you think Fort Knox stored the Declaration of Independence during World War II, or the official state drink of Kentucky is bourbon, you send the word bourbon. 270-259-6000. You think you know which one is the lie?
I thought I did.
I think I do.
Just confusing enough, I suppose.
I thought I did.
The weekend box office, Scary Movie dominated the weekend with $55 million in its debut. Scary Movie captured the top box office position. Masters of the Universe secured second place. I'm puzzled by that. I would have figured that. I know Scary Movie is popular. It's had sequels. It's got its own franchise. But I would just presume there were enough Barry Williams of the world and Dennis Cooks of the world. They're like, I'm going to see Masters of the Universe this weekend.
I think Scary Movie touches a much broader age range.
I think you're right. I think there are kids that grew up in the 90s that are Scary Movie, and there's more of them still going to the movies. Where Masters of the Universe is going to be more Gen Xers, and there's fewer of us going to the movies.
Yeah, and then you have, current whatever, because somebody stole my sheet and threw it away or something. But whatever, you have current teenagers that want to go and see something scary, whether they've seen the previous ones or not.
Right.
So anyway.
I think Miss Alinda threw it away.
Yeah, that's who we're going to blame it on. Miss Alinda.
Miss Alinda.
Miss Alinda.
Miss Alinda. Super Mario Galaxy movie is the first 2026 film to hit $1 billion worldwide. Congratulations to them.
Did you notice the golf cart key? Brady's golf cart key had Mario.
No,
on
I
it.
didn't. I didn't notice that.
So he was trying to tell me that. Yeah, and I'm looking down at it. Of course, we're still learning his words, but yeah. So he now knows it's Mario. So
It's a me, Mario. Simone Biles recovering after a mystery near-death health scare. Morgan Wallen canceled his Pittsburgh concert for weather that never arrived. It's one thing to cancel one and then it get rained out and you go, well, but to do the old false alarm, but they were just doing the best that they could, I presume.
Tell you what, Morgan Wallen in Pittsburgh sounds like my personal hell.
right.
I bet.
Like
I bet. It's like those are your two favorite things, without a doubt. Dua Lipa and Colin Turner hold a second wedding ceremony in Sicily. Heard somebody say, how many weddings are those two going to have? They're up to 2 already, but let them have fun. And then the next week's number one box office smash, Taylor Swift broke the streaming record with the new Toy Story song, I Knew It, I Knew You, on Friday. I was going to pull it and then didn't take the time to do it. I haven't heard it yet, but no surprise that she broke streaming records with that. Maybe I'll get it coming out of the break. Do you have time for 2 more small Brady stories, Sam?
It's your show.
No, but I don't want to bore you.
Listen, I'm really hoping for one of them.
It's your show.
I don't want to be that person though that won't shut up.
As long as
grandkids again.
I mean, at 10:04, that's when Matt Jones comes on. So that's when, and he's probably got a couple things to talk about.
That's when it no longer is my show anymore. I got you. So
well, I think Matt Jones shuts you off at least on the moves. So
yeah, he does. And by the way, I'm the one who set it up that way, so I'm perfectly okay with that. So Brady's very friendly. and he
So friendly.
never meets a stranger. You take him out in the store, people who look curmudgeonly, you know,
Yeah,
they
just
don't
like,
don't the world, I hate the world, etc. And then when he says hi, then they'd like do a double take, and they all of a sudden just melt. And you're like, I think a lot of little kids are like that when that happens. You're like, oh, look at that sweet little kid. So he is. We have always, when we get him from what we call school, daycare, when we go through the hallway, we pass several other classrooms, and it's always bye friends. So we wave, bye friends, bye friends. So that's his thing. Well, the opposite, when they take him to school in the morning, it's they greet everybody on the way to the classroom, and it's hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, he doesn't know that good morning is a early day greeting. He doesn't know good afternoon or good evening yet. So everything is morning. So he's out in the afternoon, morning.
Yeah.
He's like greeting people, morning, morning. And it's about the sweetest thing that you can ever see.
It really is.
This past Christmas, Brady's first Christmas, he was like, I don't know. I'm not interested in Christmas, right? Born in early May, by your first Christmas, like, I don't know what all this is. By last Christmas, he had Christmas figured out, but he still was not verbal in the sense where he could say Santa Claus. So anytime he sees Santa Claus, he doesn't say Santa Claus, he says, ho, ho, ho. He just, ho, ho, ho. He has seen our garden gnome, which was one of the 12 days of ornaments.
Yeah, the Travelocity.
The Travelocity gnome in the garden. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
So white beard related, he thinks that's Santa. We were at a store on Friday afternoon, and he was, it wouldn't do for him. He loves tractors. And so it wouldn't do. He had to get up on a lawn tractor.
Oh, it was the same way. Yeah.
He's on a lawn tractor, and I'm letting him just knock himself out. He's fine. But I see a gentleman coming down the aisle who is older, bearded, but not paying a bit of attention in the world to anything that's going on around him. But he walks through. He's on a mission to buy something, you can tell. And so, and so he says, he just keeps walking, and Brady sees him coming. And Brady's steering the wheel, and he looks up and he says, hi, ho, ho, ho. And he just goes back to steering his tractor. Well, the gentleman doesn't catch the ho, ho, ho part, but he realizes he's been said hi to. And he turns around and talks to him, well, hi. And they just carry on a conversation. I was like, surely that guy knows he looks like Santa.
Right?
You know, it has to be.
It's fantastic.
We got to get to a break. We'll come back, figure out who wins 2 truths and a lie, and plenty more coming up. You're on In the Know.
Misunderstanding drives a lot of marital conflict, and that's why the more couples understand why their spouse thinks and acts the way they do, the easier it is to find areas of agreement. One way to resolve conflict better is something counselors Mylan and Kay Yurkovich call the comfort circle. Each of 4 spots on that comfort circle moves you closer to intimacy and conflict resolution. The first is to seek awareness. Does your spouse feel anxious, misunderstood? Ask questions and listen closely to how your spouse answers. The second spot on the circle is to engage. Try not to rush in and fix your spouse's problems. Have empathy for what they're feeling instead. Validate their emotions. The third spot is to explore. Encourage your spouse to tell you more, to understand what they're going through. Find out what you can do to help them feel better. And the final spot on the circle is to resolve. Ask, how can I help you? She might need to be held and comforted. He might need time alone to collect his thoughts. Help each other feel heard and valued. The comfort circle can help you connect at a deeper level and experience growth in your marriage. When that happens, the frequency of your conflict will decrease and you'll resolve conflicts more easily. So, the next time you and your spouse are having conflict, seek awareness, engage, explore, and resolve. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
When I was feeling the stress of too much credit card debt, I looked at 2 different options: debt settlement and debt management. They may sound the same, but guess what? They're not. Debt settlement seemed like a quick fix, but I found out it would destroy my credit, create tax headaches, and hit me with huge fees. They actually told me to stop paying my bills. No way, not me. Then I turned to a debt management plan developed by the team at Trinity. They worked with my creditors, lowered my payments, reduced my interest, saved me thousands, and paid off my debt. And Trinity is a Christian company, which is important to me.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5348.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement. And remember, Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-936-5348.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes. Then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
MV's point to ponder for today. What happens regularly now that would horrify a person from 100 years ago? What happens regularly now that would horrify a person 100 years ago? Well, you know what the first thing came to mind for me? School shootings. Like we've kind of become numb to that because it happens so frequently, but that's one I think a person 100 years ago think, how could that be? Got anything else?
I mean,
that would horrify?
A car crash?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
1926, you get some earlies, you know. I don't think they understood where the cars were going to go as fast as they could. But cars, I think, were also much more dangerous in the. There weren't as many of them.
Plane.
They were much.
I mean,
dangerous.
anything with flight. I mean, I know flight had, but it was very, very early. You know, on and.
It didn't go obviously too far to horrify. Like I thought of sliding doors, like at the grocery store. I thought of like escalators. Escalators horrify me, right? I'm like, can you imagine?
And that's right here in good old 2026.
Right.
Okay, 2 truths and a lie is what we were playing. One, Kentucky law legally requires the citizens to take a bath at least once a year. Fort Knox once safely stored the original U.S. Declaration of Independence during World War II. And the official state drink of Kentucky is bourbon, which was codified into state law in 1980. The lie? What do you think the lie is?
I know the Fort Knox one is true. I know the Fort Knox one is true.
And,
I do know that.
I felt strongly about the first one being true.
See, and I hope that's true.
I mean,
it is true.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Bathing is true.
I mean, I think the last one. Cause
Well, then it's got to be the bourbon then.
Yeah.
Fort Knox is true.
Mint julep is our.
No.
No.
Milk. Milk is the official state beverage.
Really?
It's the official state drink of Kentucky. Bourbon is the official state spirit.
Okay.
So all the bourbon answers,
I
Sam,
see, yeah.
toss them into a hat and they get to it.
Interesting. Oh, that happened in 2005. Interesting. See, I would have guessed almost ale 8 if not, but that's the official soft drink. Looks like 6.
6. I'll pick 5. American Ninja Warrior on tonight.
1442.
1442. Congratulations, Crashers, a series premiere, and then Game 3 of the NBA Finals tonight. Knicks and Spurs from MSG. Today's highlight in history. This date in 2023, Donald Trump then was indicted by a grand jury in Miami. Nancy Sinatra is 86 today. Keenan Ivory Wayans is 68. Juliana Margulies is 60. Sturgill Simpson, fellow Kentuckian, is 48 today. Gone but not forgotten. Frank Lloyd Wright in 1867. Barbara Bush in 1925. Jerry Stiller in 1927. Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus.
Joan Rivers in 1933. Those are your gone but not forgotten. So let's kind of plow through chart toppers really quick. Vaughn Monroe in 1949.
Plow through.
Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way.
Riders in the Sky. I don't know. That might be the best of the chart toppers.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of
Purple
the sky.
People Eater,
The
Sheb
one
Woolley.
longhorn, one big eye, like a Mr. Shake.
Okay. Let's go to 1967.
What you want?
It's so weird to hear Otis Redding sing this song. And you go, wait a minute, how did that happen? Let's see. I'd also like to know what's going on behind me. That's weird.
Fancy.
I don't know what it
I don't know how that happened. Silly love songs and wings.
It kind of fits the song, though, right?
really does.
It does.
Right?
I'm wondering, okay.
How smart is this back here?
Alexa.
I mean, right?
Brian Adams, Heaven in 85.
I think you should make that your background every day.
I mean, we did do the song.
The Purple People Eater?
Yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh. It switched to it, didn't it?
You did.
So I said something that alerted it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is this?
1994. Tim McGraw. Changed his tune by the end of the song, didn't he?
Yeah.
Miss Independent Kelly Clarkson 23 years ago. All right, let's jump forward to 2012. Carly Rae Jepsen. All right, let's go to 2021, back before they had to go do their mandatory military service in Korea. BTS with Butter. All right, MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today says, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Remember, God loves you, and I do too. If you don't know Jesus, let me know, and I'll introduce you. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Sam Gormley, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix is WKHG, Litchfield. The Twin Lakes